My favorite teacher, I can't just put it on one teacher. I would say it would be every single teacher in the auto classes. It's Mr. Poland, Mr. Bruni, and Mr. Romaine. They're laid back and they like to crack jokes every now and then. And it just really makes a relaxed state of mind when we're taking the class.
My favorite teacher was Miss Bolin, rest in peace. Like she had a big impact on me on my freshman year. My grades was slipping. I was doing basically everything I shouldn't have been doing, and she got me back on track. If it wasn't for her, I don't even think I'd still be here to this day.
Was Mrs. Bolin, because she gave me a positive output in life, and she kept my head on straight. And whenever I got out of line, she put me back in line.
I have to say Mr. McKay, because he's really funny, he's really nice, and he's good at teaching, and he's good at doing his job in general.
My favorite teacher is Mrs. Blackman, because that was my track coach all 4 years, and I'm gonna miss her so much because that was my honey.
I think my favorite teacher is definitely Mr. Queen. He taught me a lot about the world, and
My favorite teacher is Danielle Smith, because she has helped me through so much, and I'm very thankful for it.
My favorite teacher would be Miss Kafanya, and she impacted me a lot because she motivated me when I wanted to stop and give up, and she kept telling me to push forward.
My favorite teacher would definitely be Miss Koss, because she's helped me through a lot of things in school.
I would have to say our band director, Mr. Rowland, only because music wasn't really a passion of mine until I got to high school, and he really showed me and really got me into it. And it's something I've grown to love and want to do once I get into college.
I have multiple favorite teachers. Multiple teachers at this school have impacted me a lot. I guess the teacher that impacted me the most would have to be my auto teachers, Mr. Palm and Mr. Romaine.
My favorite teacher is Mr. McKay, because he was a coach for varsity soccer last season, and he's the best teacher in my life. And he's the best because he's helpful, he's funny, and something like that.
My favorite teacher would be Mr. Rowland, because musically he is very helpful in and outside of school. He teaches the classes very well, and he is respectful.
I'd have to say Miss Karate. She was a great teacher for me, and she taught me a lot of other life lessons outside of the classroom.
It'd have to be Mr. Woj. He did a lot for me through the years I was here, and yeah, that's my favorite teacher.
Mr. Woj. He did a lot for me. He gave me money, and he a big horse.
Mr. Romaine, because he was a cool teacher.
I'd have to say Mr. Rowland. He's basically showed me where I want to go with my life and what I want to do when I become an adult.
Mr. Holm impacted me the most. He helped me with college. He helped me with career advices and everything. I wouldn't know what I wanted to go into without him.
Miss Blackman, because she helped me through a family crisis that I was going through, and it really helped me prepare for school and be better in school and make me want to come to school.
My favorite teacher that I came across is Miss Sonnenfeld. She impacted me because she always has my back and always has great advice for me.
My favorite teacher would have to be Mrs. Sonnenfeld. She has been the best, I think, influence on my life. She's down to earth, and I think that is really, you need that as a teacher in order to get through high school.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Fisher, because he got a good choice of words, and he know what we need to do in our life and stuff, and he just be straight up with you.
My favorite teacher is Mrs. Koss, because she helped me through my whole high school years and helped me through everything.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Williams, and he just helps you with everything you need.
Okay. My favorite teacher was Miss Cassage, because she was really supportive and understanding, and I could talk to her about anything.
My favorite teacher is Miss Akins, and she impacted me by helping me join student government and helping me pull my GPA up.
My favorite teacher is the band director, Mr. Rowland. Whenever I had a problem bothering me during school, I could always talk to him. He's a really nice guy, intelligent. I could always talk to him for anything, really.
My favorite teacher would be Miss Lennox, and she impacted me by
introducing English in new ways.
My favorite teacher is Miss Rubel because she pushed me to go farther and to graduate.
I'd have to say Miss Koss is my favorite teacher, and she's helped me a lot with things that I struggled with, and I appreciate her for that.
My favorite teacher is Miss Bowen. She has impacted me in so many ways. Like, she's so strong, and she's always there for everybody, and I hope like all the teachers can be like that.
Okay, my favorite teacher I think had to be Miss Lennox. Even though she don't work here no more, I just liked her. No, it's Miss Karate. Cut that. Okay, my favorite teacher is Miss Lennox. Even though she don't go nowhere, even though she don't teach her anymore, I don't know. I just like her as a person. I like her personality. She is kind. She always helped me extra in my English and like the EL lab and stuff.
Miss Koss is my favorite teacher, and she impacted me a lot because out of all of the teachers that I ever had, Miss Koss always pushed me to do better, and she has helped me out a lot in English, and she's just an overall great teacher.
Miss Koss, because when I heard her first, I was like a bad student, but now that I got her, I like her, and she just like a big experience, and she really helped me with writing papers and stuff, because I needed college, so thanks, Miss Koss.
My favorite teacher is Miss Koss, and she impacted me greatly. She helped me realize how strong of a person I am, and she helped me realize what I can achieve in life.
My favorite teacher would be Miss Koss. She pushed me through English, my worst subject.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Williams, and he impacted me because he's always there for his students, and he listens, and he actually cares.
Probably Miss Tassios. She was always there for me. I just went in there and talked to her about anything that was going on. Like, she knew what was going on besides being at school.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Williams. He's impacted me because he's like really funny, and he's
My favorite teacher is Miss Koss. She impacted me so well. She kept me on track, kept me away from the goofiness and clowning around, and she just inspired me so much to do good.
My favorite teacher would have to be Miss Koss. She's always been there for me, and she supported me and gave me courage when I was feeling down.
My favorite teacher is Miss Koss, and she's impacted me because I feel like she truly cares about all the students no matter what. She's always there to help, and even if it's not related to school, she still helps you through problems and whatnot, and she's a really great teacher.
Teacher would be Miss Koss. She encourages me to be myself.
Favorite teacher is Miss Crawford because she actually talks to people and involves herself. That's why it's my favorite.
None.
I really don't have a favorite teacher. I have a favorite class, and that's auto. I like working on cars.
Several of the teachers have been really cool with me. Nelson, Pleath, Blackman, Fisher. I know I'm forgetting some, and they'll hate me if they see this, but they've all made high school a lot better for me.
I don't think I can choose a teacher. Every teacher has impacted me in some certain way. So I think that all the teachers were in some way impactful. Even just having their class was an experience.
Many teachers in my life, but I think the one right now that's impacted me the most is Miss Soroka. She's an art teacher, and she's just motivated me, and she's just such a good influence, and she's just a good role model, and it just inspires me.
Impactful teacher, I would say all my teachers have been amazing all throughout these 4 years. There's two teachers that I appreciate the most, and that's Mrs. McKay and Mr. Williams. They're both such positive people, and they're always helpful and thankful, and they're always smiling, and it's amazing.
When I first got to Fitzgerald, I was in 11th grade, and the teacher that impacted me most had to be Mr. Williams, because he kind of kept me going. Like when I was slipping off on my grades, whatever, he'd tell me to pick him up, or he'd help me get all my makeup work taught to other teachers for me. And he kept me going.
Because he's inspired me to make music.
Favorite teacher would have to be Mr. Busatil,
because he taught me actually how to play instruments and percussion, and he's basically inspired me to go out and do what I want.
Roland has always been a big idol of mine. He's pushed me through everything I've done, and he's the reason why I want to do what I am doing.
Miss Sonnenfeld, she never gave up on me. She was there even when my grades was low. She just tell me, just bring it up.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Hughes. He always had my back, and no matter what, if I was doing something wrong, he'll try to support me and help me.
Favorite teacher is Miss Crawford, because she just always kept me on track and always kept me going through school.
My favorite teacher was Miss Bolin, because she was a wonderful lady and she inspired me to be the person I am today and work hard in school. And we all miss her very dearly.
Teachers, Mr. Rowland, Mr. Busatel, and Mr. Smith. They're all my favorite teachers. They all encourage me to do harder.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Kamik because he helped me to figure out that I really like engineering. He always told me to do my best, and no matter what, just never give up.
Miss Claus, because when I first started here, she told me that I could always come and ask her for help, and she never pushed me away.
My favorite teacher would have to be Mr. Rowland, band teacher. I've had him for 4 years, so he kind of grows on you. He's a nice guy. He'd always help out with any kind of thing, like any kind of field trip with money, or he'd buy the whole class baked goods from the bake sale.
The teacher that's impacted me the most is Miss Cassage, because I've had her my first 3 years at Fitz.
Mulligan has probably impacted me the most. I've had her for 4 years. I had basic drama with her my sophomore year, and I never wanted to do theater, but she convinced me, and since then I've been in advanced all 3 years of high school, and it's really changed me for the better.
I think the teacher that has impacted me the most is Miss Tassios. She's really like a good voice of reason. I could come to her with anything, and I just love her.
Probably Miss Stry, who doesn't go here anymore. When my mom first died, she was really there for me, and she just made things way better. I could deal with it easier.
That impacted me the most was Miss Soroka, because she always recognized my work in art class.
That probably impacted me the most would be Mr. McKay, because he's awesome. I mean, his teaching style really spoke to me and everything.
Soroka, because the first week that I was in there, she made me realize that after my tattoo career, I want to become an art teacher, and she's the one who inspired me to do so.
Definitely Mr. Polum. He was always there for me if I needed him during school or if it was something after school. He really pushed me to do what I really wanted to do, and he knew that I was capable of those things.
Mr. Williams, because he taught me about what I want to do when I'm older.
Unexpected, but I would say Mr. Krause, because he made me realize that I want to go into business for a living.
Honestly, a lot of teachers haven't really had much of an effect on me. I mean, it's not like I've had any teachers all 4 years that I've been here, so none of them have really had a huge impact on my life, to be honest.
Well, the one that impacted me the most had to be Miss Mulligan, because she has just done so much for me. I've been in theater since I was a sophomore, so I've just been around here so much. She's always energetic, she's always happy, she's always giving you compliments, and so she really impacted me that way.
I would say the biggest teacher that impacted me the most has to be Miss Cost. Hey, Cassandra. I don't know, she's really nice, and she always pushed me. She never gave up on us.
Mr. McKay, because he was probably the most positive influence on me. I learned a lot from him. He's a really great guy.
Miss Mulligan is my favorite teacher. She's our theater teacher here. She keeps me striving to be the best I can be.
I love Miss Bogus-Slausy. I love Miss Carr. And they help me through everything, you feel me? And I love Mr. McDonald too. I love
Miss Cost, because she has a big impact on me. Well, she influenced and helped me to be a better writer, because that's one of my
weaknesses, but now I'm very good at it, so I really appreciate her for that. I love Miss Smith. She helped me not be shy no more because I took her public speaking class and her broadcasting speech class, and it helped me get better talking in front of a group of people.
She impacted me because she made me want to be more successful and be about my business.
The teacher that impacted me the most was Miss Koss, the English teacher, because she encouraged me to have confidence in myself.
McKay, he's a very influential man. I just like the way he is, and he just taught me to be me.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Williams because he was very influential, and I learned a lot in his class.
Koss, that's my man's. Cause she helped me a lot, and that's just my man's. She helped me a lot.
Koss, but she always helped me out and never made me give up. Helped me with like my classes.
I would have to say, oh man, had a few good teachers. Miss Tassios, because she looked out for me, and she could talk to you. She'd talk to you and straighten you up.
I got a couple teachers, Miss Blackman and Miss Koss, because they never gave up on me when I wanted to give up on myself.
I don't think it's just one teacher that impacted me. I think all teachers together impacted me to help me through high school.
I can't name one teacher because it was a lot of teachers that impacted the way I went through high school.
Couple favorite teachers, so I'm going to just name the top 3. My favorite teacher is Miss Kasaj, Miss Tassios, and Miss Koss, and I love all 3 of them.
My favorite teacher was Miss Karate, and she impacted me because she was always very understanding towards situations either inside of school or outside of school. She was always there to give you a helping hand, and she would never really judge you or say anything negative about you.
Kiger. Mr. Gray.
Miss Kiger, Miss Brannigan.
Miss Kiger.
Mrs. Kiger, and because she been helping me out since 7th grade.
Favorite teacher was Mr. Williams because he taught pharmacy tech, and he got me an internship, and he's helping me with pharmacy in my future.
My favorite teacher was Miss Koss because she really helped me during my senior English 12, and she understood what I went through, and she just was understanding.
Miss Fletcher is my favorite teacher because she's a really nice person, and she's always willing to help you with anything, whether it be like school-related problems or personal-related problems.
My favorite teacher would be Mr. Rowland, and why? Because he always inspires me to do my best.
My favorite teacher is Miss Smith, the soccer coach one, not the TV reduction one, because it's hard to explain how she impacted me for high school, but she keeps encouraging me to be the person I was when I came into high school and not who I'm trying to pretend to be. She's encouraging me to be myself and push harder and work and be the person that Bolin always wanted me to be.
The Cheryl teacher that impacted me the most is Miss Koss because I had her for English from 10th grade of my senior year, and she helped me improve my writing.
The Fitzgerald teacher that impacted me the most would be Miss Blackman because she connected with me on a personal level and always made sure that I was okay with life, and she was just always there to give her word of advice.
Really, no teacher really impacts my life here, but my favorite teacher would have to be I guess Miss Koss. She's a cool guy. Miss Kasaj, I love Miss Kasaj. And that's about it.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Hughes. You know, we the same height, so you know what I'm saying, we be talking about the same things. You know what I'm saying, that's just day one R, but he's a cool teacher, you know what I'm saying, he kept my good head on my shoulders. And Miss Bolin, I'm sorry, rest in peace, love her to death.
My 3 favorite teachers and how they impact me are the 3 Ks, KKK. It's Koss, Kasaj, and Kraus. I love all of them, and they've impacted me in many ways. And my other teacher, I like her too, but she's a C, so she doesn't fit, but Miss Crawford. And that's it.
Favorite teacher was Miss Blackman, and she impacted me because she always seen something in me that I didn't see in myself. She believed that I had strength, I had class, and any and everything that ever. I don't know, she was just the best. She always pushed me, you know, she always gave me a reason to look forward.
A lot of them impacted me, but I think Miss McKay really helped me out.
The teacher that impacted me the most was Miss Koss because she helped me with anything that I needed help with.